I love frittatas, and so today I'm going to share with you my all-time favorite version. This is my smoked salmon and goat cheese frittata with fragrant herbs, and me and my dad are totally 100% obsessed. First thing you're going to need is a little bit of olive oil just to keep your frittata from sticking to the pan because you really don't want that. You can't have a frittata without eggs, so we have 6 large eggs in this bowl. To loosen it up a little bit, we're going to use 1 tablespoon of water, or you can use a tablespoon of milk, depending on your preference. Now for the good part. We've got smoked salmon, 2 ounces, and we're going to crumble this in. It's going to add such an awesome smoky flavor. And this is me and my dad's favorite part because, I mean, we love smoked salmon. We're from Seattle. The salmon here is really good. You guys know how much I love my goat cheese, so of course we're going to crumble some of that in there. Now, what makes this frittata so delicious is the fragrant herbs. So we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of chopped chives, and we're gonna add in a tablespoon of chopped dill. Let's do it. So for some reason, we just lost the footage of me cracking the eggs, but we have 6 eggs cracked in this bowl, and I got a tiny piece of shell in there, but if that happens to you, just take the other shell and scoop it out, and it makes it so much easier. So we've got these in here. We're gonna add in our water and whisk it all up. So, starting with the smoked salmon. Now, you can choose how you want to add this in. You can chop it into cubes. I just like to crumble it with my hands because I feel like it gets in smaller pieces and it spreads out throughout the entire frittata, so you get a bite of it every single time. The nice thing is when you're crumbling the salmon, it's actually really easy to find the bones because they'll stick straight out and you can just pull them out really quick. Then we dump it right in the bowl. Now, moving on, we're going to chop up all of our herbs. Start off with the chives. Next up, we're gonna chop the dill. Now, the dill looks like this. Do not just chop this. We're actually gonna take these little strands off and then mince those. All right, that looks good. So now we're gonna go in with the chives and the dill, and we're gonna combine this all. So once this is totally mixed up, we're gonna add in the goat cheese. So I'm just gonna use my fingers and crumble in little pieces, and then we'll gently fold it in. This looks perfect. Last touch is a pinch of salt and pepper. We lost our small nonstick pan, but that's okay. We're just gonna use a 10-inch one instead. The frittata will just be thinner, but it'll still taste as good. If you do want to have your frittata be thicker, use a smaller pan and just cook it for a little bit longer, and you'll be good to go. We're gonna put this on medium-low heat, and then we're gonna let it heat up for a second before we add in our frittata mix. The key is to scooch everything around and make sure that it's all evenly distributed around the pan. So what we're doing while we're cooking it in the pan is basically cooking the bottom, and when we put it in the oven, the whole thing will cook. So we're giving it a little bit of a head start right now. So now what we're gonna do is put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 minutes or so. So the timer went off, and I'm gonna show you how to know if it's done or not. If you grab the handle, jiggle it, and nothing moves, then you're good to go. Oh yeah. This is what heaven looks like if you didn't know. Now, it is time to take it out of the pan and plate it. So I have a spatula here, and this is more of a sturdy spatula because we're gonna try to scrape it off the side in case there's any little sticky bits. So now you gotta sort of shake it to get it going, and you just slide it right out onto a plate. Yes. Let's take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this is. All right, so take it out like this, and look at the sides, guys. You see all those little bits of smoked salmon. It's so fluffy and moist, and oh yeah. Oh, guys, this turned out perfect. It's moist, it's fluffy, and those herbs, that dill especially, adds a really unique, fragrant taste to this entire thing. Got that sweet, sort of smoky, smoked salmon, obviously, but it goes perfectly. That little bit of tangy goat cheese, which also just adds like a creamy element to the whole thing. Me and my dad are in love with this frittata, and I know I'm speaking for the both of us when we say that we really want you to try it because it's so incredible. It's super simple to make, and it'd be perfect for a brunch or a breakfast, or even if you just are really craving some good food. I'm gonna continue eating this piece of frittata, and me and my dad are gonna go split the rest of the 7 pieces that we have left, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.